What's up YouTube, Kevin from Team Road to Vibe here today, and I have the Nubatama clan, the new clan that's been introduced in the BT13 box. This clan was first introduced at the BT1 box, but it wasn't that popular back then, and it didn't have much support until now. And yeah, this deck is really fun. You basically just bind all your opponent's cards, and you make them discard cards from your hand as well, so they'll have less guarding or intercepting skills or abilities. So hopefully you guys like this deck profile. This deck is really, the names are really hard to pronounce, so I'm not going to try to pronounce all their names, but if you see the card, then, you know, just test it out. But anyways, yeah, let's start with the starter. So this is the Nubatama starter. Its ability is when it boosts a Nubatama that attacks a Vanguard, basically you Soul Blast one card, and you basically choose two cards from the bind zone and then put it into the drop zone. Really useful. I use this later in the game, because in the beginning you don't really use it because you don't have any bind cards of your opponents. So yeah, this is a really good card. This is one of the best starters they have right now, besides the other one where you just draw a card, but you have to pay a cost for that, and this one is just much better because you get to drop their cards on the drop zone, to the drop zone. But yeah, that's for the starter. I'm gonna start with my grade 3s. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Break Ride. The Break Ride skill is when a Vanguard is placed on this card or rides over this card, it gets 10,000k boost, and you choose two cards from your opponent's hand, one to bind and one to drop to the drop zone, which is a really good card. And its ability is when this unit attacks, the number of cards in your opponent's hand is less. It gets 2,000 extra boost, but it's very hard to get your opponent's hand less than 3. But yeah, that's the Break Ride. 4 of them. Very, very useful. Next is 4 of the regular grade 3s. This card is really good when it rides over the Break Ride. Basically, when it rides over it, it gets 10,000k, right? But then you basically, when this card attacks, you counterblast one card. And you bind all your opponent's rear guards, all of them. And if it's 3 or more, then it gets 10,000k boost. So it's like a 31k by itself with the Break Ride and its own skill. And you could use it whenever it wants. It's basically an auto effect when this card attacks. And then there's an act too, as when you basically counterblast one, it gets 2,000 boost. So it can go up to 39 if you wanted to. But I don't think most of you guys would do that. I would have run the Voidmaster from the really beginning game, but it's not really my interest to get that card, because I only have one. But anyways, yeah. Next I have 3 of the vanillas. Pretty basic. I would have run 4, but I needed space for other cards, so yeah, 3 of the vanillas. Next I have 4 of the claw-looking bear, or bear with a claw. Basically, once this card is placed in the Vanguard or rear guard, you bind one of your opponent's rear guards, and basically that's like a really good card because you don't have to pay a cost. You just have to place it, and boom, it goes. Next, I have the 1, 2, 3, and 4 of the 12k boosters. Basically, you just need a card to bind. Once it's on the field and you bind one card, it gets 2,000 boost. But I'm not sure if it's like it gets 2,000 for each card binded, so I'll have to look in the rulebook for that soon. But yeah, it's really useful. We'll start with the grade 1s now. I have 4 of the the vanillas for Nubatamas, basically. It's just a good card. None of these cards require a specific name for the Nubatamas yet, so having him in the deck is really good since it's an 8,000k boost. Alright, next we have the 4 perfect guards. Really, no questions asked, or no comment to that, because it's pretty basic. Next we have 4 of the Dreadmaster, which came out in the very first box. His ability is when he boosts a Nubatama that attack hits a card, basically you counterblast one and you choose a card from your opponent's hand, discard it if your hand is less than theirs. If they have more cards than you, then you basically just make them discard cards. Really useful because it gives you the better chances of them not being able to guard your attacks. Alright, we'll start with the grade 0s, or the triggers, but first with these 2 grade 0s. These cards came out in the very first box as well. Basically, you counterblast one when it's placed in the Guardian Circle. You choose a card from your opponent's hand and discard it if your opponent has more cards than you. It's really useful. It's in the first box though, so I don't know if a lot of people still have it or not, but I would try to find it. And the trigger lineup's really specific. 4 crits, 4 heals, 4 stands, yeah, and 4 draws. The trigger lineup is really basic since this is the new clan and they just remade it, so they didn't really make any other triggers for it yet. But hopefully in the future, Bushido Road will make more support for this clan, because this clan has potential to win a lot of games. So yeah. But anyways, yeah, that's my deck profile on my Nubatama clan. I hope you guys like these videos. Sorry for my stuttering. But yeah, hope you guys like this video. This deck is really fun to play with. It came in the really new box BT13. So it's a really new clan. A lot of people have really problems with this clan, but yeah. But anyways, if you guys like our video, please subscribe. Please comment on the section below. And please like our videos or rate them. And yeah, we'll be posting more videos up soon, so please be subscribing, and see you latest.